things as everybody is jumping on this morning. So I know that we are going through a lot of changes. Is anybody else like there's a lot of changes with bod groups? So I do want to kind of make today not, I mean, more informal than typically, just because number one, I also feel like I'm about to like kill you guys with speakers in the month of May. So let me kind of walk you through my May game plan and give you kind of an idea of what's going on in my brain for the rising stars, kind of how things are going to look for the month of May. So first and foremost, I decided to just have some people that are, that are killing it, that are doing a really good job in the business right now, that are, rank advancing, putting up some success club points that are significant, some leaders that are creating depth in their organization. And so I've started to kind of reach out and ask some questions. And so we're going to have some guest speakers that are going to be showing up on our Wednesday morning calls. All right. So we've got Kelsey Lawrence, who is going to be up next Wednesday. She is one of our new rock stars in this group, and she's going to be talking to you guys about how she kept getting so close to a goal and then it would fall apart. So close to a goal and then it would fall apart. And then all of a sudden, she was forced into being stay at home. And so now she is like, well, let's see what can happen. And so she's going to kind of talk about the shift, and her business is blowing up right now. So she'll talk a little bit about that. We are going to have Andrea Severson. You probably saw her in here too. She is advancing and is crushing it. And we were chit-chatting yesterday, and she gave me this list of all of these really cool things she's doing with her organization to create community and excitement. So she's going to talk. We have two girls, Haley and Nicole, that are going to talk. We're going to have an evening Rising Stars on the 20th. It'll be a 9 p.m. Rising Stars because they both work full time. So you can mark that on your calendar right now. So we're going to have an evening one on the 20th. And then the 27th, I don't have anything scheduled yet, I don't think, but that's kind of like the month of May. We've got some really good calls that are planned. And then if you've noticed, we are starting to do these Road to Elite, Road to New Leader Conference, Premier, Elite, and those will always happen on Monday. It will not be a consistent time because I'm letting the speakers pick their times, but it'll always be Monday. And Megan Geis is up this upcoming Monday. She's already planned. She's already scheduled. So if you're a couple of things, maybe you're going like, where do I fit in and what do I need to plug into? For starters, if you are saying I'm a new diamond and I really am trying to grow, like I'm really trying to grow and get actually all of these calls that we're doing are going to be good for everybody. I would really try to get on the Mondays and Wednesday calls, right? At this point, I feel like even our big team calls, you're there on team calls to support your downline and to be there as the face, but you probably at this point in your business aren't getting as much out of a team call that we do as you would this kind of stuff. Like this is where I would be spending my energy. And I've really been intentional about choosing people that really are tactical, that are going to share some good strategies for you, because that's kind of where you're at, right? So we'll have Megan Geis on the 4th. Elite reports will come out. It's the second Friday, so it'll probably be the 15th. So we'll pop in here live that Friday and we're going to dissect Elite reports with you. I mean, you guys can ask questions. You can talk about it. We'll kind of go through strategy on there. So every Monday, we'll definitely have something, and we'll have a random Friday. So you're just going to notice that instead of creating a new group for people that want to be 1-star, 2-star, 5-star, whatever, instead of creating a new group, we're just doing it all here. So it's your job to say, what do I need? What are my goals? And then this is where you're going to have to make sure that you kind of say, hey, that's not my goal. I'm not going to listen to that. Or that's not my goal. I'm not going to compare myself to that person. Or, oh my, and so instead of being like, oh my gosh, so-and-so is crushing it, I want you to say, so-and-so is crushing it. How can I learn from them? What can I take from what they have to say? So I want us just to get in the habit of, because comparison is like a woman thing, and we all do it. And it can take us down a dark place, but get in the habit of being like, good for her. Tell me what you're doing, because I want to learn from you. All right. And even me, I'm 9 years into being a Beachbody coach, and I am like messaging these people that are rank advancing. Tell me what you're doing. How are you? Tell me how you're doing things different. I'm asking questions because I want to genuinely know, because that makes me better. That makes me better as an individual, but it helps me serve other people better. And there's no ego there. I don't care, right? And I'll do that cross line. So I just reached back out to, this is another one I'm trying to work on, is Kelsey Shackley. Do you remember a couple of years ago when some of you that have been around for a while, she does like those pods where she kind of moves people through, and she's killing it right now. And her husband and my husband are friends. And so I just reached out and I was like, can you tell me what you're doing? Can you tell me how you're doing it? And I was like, and will you speak on a call for us? So I'm working on getting her to do that too. So I just want you guys to think, in terms of what can I learn? And as you start hearing other people speak, your natural tendency is going to be, oh, I'm doing everything wrong and I need to change all of the things. And that's not it. Anytime I hear somebody else speak, I go, what parts of what they said could elevate the business that I currently have? All right. So it may not be, I need to like game change everything. It just might be, what do I need to slightly change around to make my business better? Okay. So that's what I'm trying to do for the team, is just make us better. All right. So that, and if you have a suggestion of somebody you want to hear, just drop it. You can drop it in the comments. You can send me a message. I will reach out. Or if you've got somebody in your downline that is killing it, let me know. I absolutely will reach out to people. I don't have a problem doing that too. But yeah, and also just even reaching out to people, you find out, kind of where people are at, and you can just really help people too. So, okay. So that's May. We're going to continue with our Wednesday night business opportunity calls. Again, you don't physically have to be on every single one, right? But you can if you want to be, and sometimes I'll get on those Wednesday calls because I've invited to them and I may not be the one hosting, and I'm just working, doing my power hour, but I want my face to be there because I have people that are on those, but they're working incredibly well. Okay. So having just different people speak every Wednesday night has been awesome. It's the same link. It's the same time. It is cocktails and conversations about the coaching opportunity and its story. And it's a strong call to action at the end. We have one tonight, and Rachel Mitchell is hosting, and she's got, coaches that are going to be speaking on that. So that's an opportunity every week for you to invite people, but maybe you're saying, well, I want to step up and do something like that too. So you can either host a Wednesday one, right? And go organize that, which we can help you do, or you can do your own at a different time if you want to, but maybe listening to these Wednesday calls will help you get that flow of what you need to be doing for yourself too. Again, trying not to create more work for people, but trying to kind of find the balance between the two. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I missed. I think I got that. I'm doing the kickoff call today at noon. So that's kind of May. Now, bod groups is something I want to talk about, but also just want to challenge you guys a little bit, right? So before we kind of dive into some bod stuff and kind of planning, I just want to say, we've got some great growth happening in our team right now, and we've got really good momentum. And, watching Carl post all of these stats, and I'm listening to how much the company as a whole is growing right now. And I'm watching people just explode in their business. And I know that some of that is absolutely what they've been doing, because from the time you start something new to the time you really start to see things explode, there's a good 60, 90, 120 days there, right? But if you think about this, we are now, 50 some days into quarantine. So we're reaching that point that you're seeing these people start to rise up and crush it, because when life changed for them, they were like, and there's no plan B, and I am going to go all in. And so there's kind of two kinds of people right now. There are the people that are like, oh my gosh, is it Tiger King, whatever that is. They're like, there's a new special and everybody's watching it, and I should watch the whole thing from beginning to end, right? So there are people that are like that. And then they're like, and it's quarantine and I'm stressed out, so I should drink all of the things and eat all of the things and watch this tiger thing on Netflix or whatever it's on, and I can use that as an excuse to not build my business, right? And then there are people that are like, I'm going to freaking hustle for the next few hours, 3 to 4 hours, and then I'm going to sit on the couch and watch Tiger King and have an evening cocktail because I freaking earned it, right? And so there are two kinds of people. That are people that look at this situation and say, how do I use it to my advantage? And then there are people that look at it and say, I'm the victim here. Okay. And so for maybe the first, couple of weeks, we all were trying to grasp the change in life and situation and emotions. And yeah, I mean, we all kind of did that for a moment, but now it's like, look, people go through hard shit even when it's not coronavirus. All right. Unfortunately, life happens and things are going to throw us off and people lose their jobs and you have to move across the country and we have babies and our kids go off to college and there are life situations and crisis will happen in your life. It doesn't matter if it's coronavirus or it's something else that's going to happen, 6 months from now. And so this is our test, right? This is a test of discipline, mindset, of intentionality, positivity. This is, forcing you to get quiet and uncover things about yourself that maybe you never took the time to get quiet and realize. But this is also a time where you need to say, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, am I just going to go on cruise control? Am I just going to go float through this? Am I just going to status quo it? Am I just going to say this is what it is, right? Or are you going to say, no, I'm going to rise in this time and I'm going to crush it. And I am going to look at my vision board and I'm going to say to myself, I'm going to double down. I'm going to double down right now. And I am going to 10x my business and I'm going to get really uncomfortable and it's going to make me uncomfortable and I'm going to want to puke in my mouth, right? That's just the way it's going to be. But it's if you want something different, then you have to do something different because you all know what to do. You know what to do, but there's that gap between what you know and the action you're taking. And what's getting stuck is the stories you're telling yourself. I'm too old. I've been in this business too long. I haven't rank advanced in 2 years, right? I'm a failure. I've dropped diamond. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not blonde. I don't know, whatever that story might be that you're telling yourself right now. It is a story and it's a cover for what your true potential actually is. Okay. And so I say all of this because I love you and I want to see you succeed. And I have these conversations and I love getting to know your why. But when I know your why, you guys, it's like I'm rooting for you so hard that it drives me crazy that it's just, I'm like, just go, I know what you're capable of, and so I know that growth takes so mumuch work and so much mindset and just raising your level of awareness. What is it right now? What is the story you're telling yourself? Okay. So from between now and the next time we get together, I want you to start to become really aware of the narrative. I want you to ask yourself why. Why do I keep saying I'm a bad recruiter? Why, right? Why do I keep saying I'm having a hard time getting people to sign up? Why do I keep saying, I should be further along than I am right now? Why? Why do you deflect doing the things that you know you need to do? And ask yourself that, and then get out a journal and write it. Actually journal out what it is that is your current self-limiting belief or the current story that you're telling yourself, okay? And when you write it out and you have an aha moment, I want you to take a picture of it and I want you to send it to me in Messenger, okay? I don't care. You don't even have to be my personally sponsored coach. You're going to send it to me. You're going to tell me what is on that sheet of paper, okay? What is it that is holding you back and why is it holding you back? And I want you to ask yourself why until you get to the root cause. Because many of you, it is somewhere along the line, somebody told you you weren't good enough. Or somewhere along the line, you believe that you are supposed to grow up poor. Or somewhere along the line, somebody told you that life is struggle and life is hard. Okay? So what is the story that is keeping you locked in your current situation? Because the minute you recognize what that story is, and you say to yourself, that is not truth. And you can even go through this. You can say to yourself, is this story I'm telling myself true? Ask yourself, is it true? The second one is, can you be sure that it's true? The third one is, are you living like it's true? right? Is the story you're telling, are you living that story like it's true? And then if you would survey people close to you and ask them about that story that you're telling yourself, would they be in 100% agreement with you that that story is true? Okay. And then how do you feel when you think this way? Last thing is, how is your life affected by this current story that you're telling yourself? All right. Where's it keeping you? Where is it keeping you in this current situation? And so this process of you getting to know you better. All right. Getting to know you, because when you know why you do what you do, when you know why you react in a certain way, everything changes. Every awareness is the key to all of the things. Because when you unlock that, you not only help yourself, but you start to be able to help other people around you, because you can see it in the other people that you're working with too. All right. So I want to challenge you guys to just level up a little bit. All right. I want to challenge you to do that. And I do want to say, like, I know that everybody will say to me, I struggle with recruiting, or I struggle with finding working coaches. No, we're not struggling. It's just a challenge. But I guarantee if you would drill it down, you aren't actually sending out private invites about coaching. You aren't actually posting about the coaching opportunity, right? You aren't actually pursuing that and making that something that's front and center of your business right now. I guarantee that you can find the gap that you're letting become that excuse. And it's okay if you don't want to improve in that area. It's okay if you're fine where you're at. It's okay if you like what you have right now. But if you are saying to yourself, I want more of something, then we have to be really aware of what our actions are, so that we know whether or not we're just playing this story, we're just playing this loop, we're playing it safe, and we're using this story as our cover, because underneath it's kind of dark and it kind of hurts, and it's way easier just to brush it off and make an excuse than to address it. All right. So over the next 60, 90 days, how many of you saw that Rachel Hollis is doing like the next 90 days? Did you guys see that? Genius, people, come on, next 90 days. Like, where can your business be in 90 days? In 90 days, right? Like, totally different. All of you could be walking across stage as elite coaches next year, or 2-star, or $100,000 paychecks, or whatever it is, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. You can be getting on that airplane and taking that family vacation to that place you want to be a year from now because of what you chose to do today. And hell, how many of you have kids? It's a good story, right? Your kids are watching you right now. They are seeing what you are doing, and you are teaching them so many life lessons because of the actions that you're showing up here today and you are giving. And I'm sorry that I got on my soapbox, but I just, like, when I feel like I know we need to level up, I just get fired up. And that's kind of how I've been feeling for about a week now. It's like, we need to level up, like, big time, right? We need to level up. Okay. And even like my personally sponsored coaches, I'm like, we need to level up, right? Like, we're like stuck here, and we got to watch all these other people that are killing it. And we got to be like, this is fire. We got to lean into what all these other people are doing. We got to learn, and we got to go. Okay. So with that being said, and so that's why I've kind of been really intentional about setting things up for everybody that are going to help us grow, and are going to help us learn, and are going to keep us energized. And you are legit the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And if you are in a pod, or if you are surrounding yourself with people that are negative, I can't, this is hard, I don't have time, my life, get out, mute the pod, go somewhere else. Okay. You got to be surrounding yourself with people that are making you better. That are people that are innovating, people that are excited, people that are moving forward. And sometimes, like, a little bit of distance is a good thing. Or you can say, you can tell them, hey, do I have permission to give you some honest feedback? Your energy is just sucking my soul. You don't have to say it that way, but I think it's important for you to let people know, hey, your energy level is bringing me down a little bit. Okay. But also, if you go into every conversation with your energy level up here, you will actually raise the vibration of everyone else in the room. Okay. So honestly, from the minute you walk into a room, if you've got positive vibes, you will raise the whole room, even if they're all Debbie Downers. They may still be Debbie Downers at the end, but they'll be a little higher in energy level when you leave. And that's always the goal. Okay. Okay. Yes, you need success partners. And I don't believe in giving people success partners, but I believe in creating opportunities for you to connect with people. And that is one thing as a business owner I have always done. I have always like found somebody to private message. I've connected with people in team pages, in Rising Stars, especially. Like you kind of find your people, and then you sometimes change as you go through the process. But don't be afraid. Don't be a fly on the wall. Get out there, make some friends, and crush it. Okay. So with that being said, things that resonated you as I said was speaking to you. Is there something you want to walk through? Do you have a question? Is there any, I don't want to just stop and move on, but I kind of want to just give you guys a moment. If there's something you want to add or share or talk through, this is your time to do it. You can unmute now. Even if you want to share your goals, share what you're working on, what's firing you up. I see Wendy.
I'll say something.
Okay.
Rachel. So, you've been doing, you set that example for the weekly calls. One thing that Katie and Kendra and Abby and I decided to do was to branch off and do our own for May, because we want to have our coaches on the call. We want to see them to see us leading every week, and with the intention of having them start doing their own calls eventually. So and two, just to piggyback on that, like there's just like, we had a call Monday, I think, to plan for the call tonight, and you just walk away with so much energy. Like you just walk away with so much energy. And so like, if you find yourself stuck and alone, I mean, I'm the girl who hasn't rank advanced in 2 years. So like, I'm just putting that out there. But my income is growing. My team is growing. My team is on fire because I've been engaging them more. We've been doing these things like Jess Carey and all these other people set that example of TikToks and things like that. So I've been a coach for 5.5, going on 6 years. And like, it just level up every day. Find something new that excites you every day. Talk to your girlfriends once a week in this business. Like you just gotta keep that fire going, and nobody else is gonna light it for you.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And I love that your income is growing, which is exciting. You've been really intentionally working on that for quite some time. So that's awesome.
Hey guys, it's Lindsay, but I'm not going to put my camera on because I just got out of the shower. So, but I just wanted to say this just in case it resonates with anybody else. But I have really enjoyed those one-on-one calls with like actual business leaders that want to run. I was really feeling flat and discouraged from team calls because I would like take all this time to create them, and then it would be like crickets afterwards, and there wasn't action going into like what I had just taught them. So I'm working with just one-on-one coaches, but they're home. So we're having morning calls, which is so nice to me because before I always swayed away from doing that because it was taking up every evening, and I didn't really want to sacrifice that time with my husband all of the time. So like really get on those calls and keep it really simple, but I'm finding so much success in working with brand new coaches for the first time in forever. And like, it's lighting me up. And I mean, I'm 21 days away from my due date, like, but I'm putting the time in right now and hustling because like, I didn't get this far for my son to watch me stop. So like, that's what we have to do right now is just do it differently because we are in a different time. And like, we have so much opportunity to hit so many more people because they're at home. So like, just freaking go for it. And it's just so, there's nothing better than watching these brand new coaches want to take charge. And so, yeah, I'm finding a lot of like light within just giving myself permission to build this business again, like in a way that's reflecting my own like mission of working with only business builders and not hobby coaches. So
yeah. You know, Lindsay, Kendra, I was talking to Kendra last week and she was saying something to me. She was like, I love working one-on-one with people. Like I love watching them go from a new coach and going through that process. And she was like, I just love that transformation. And she was like, and I go, well, that's your slight edge. Your slight edge is you love that individual human connection. You really need to share that. Like when you're marketing, the way that you're recruiting coaches, like that's a selling point for you, Lindsay, is like talk about how much you just love that one-on-one, that guidance, but like that you have to match my effort. So if any of you are like, yeah, I crave that human connection, that's also a selling point. That's something you should be talking about, is like that one-on-one mentorship too. Catherine shared our morning Zoom workouts have been key. That is so good. I do think getting people together on those Zoom workouts and doing that like summit that we did, that little mini summit, was so powerful. Yes, I agree. Anybody else?
Can I talk?
Yeah.
So
Hi.
I'm doing the same thing with a one-on-one call. So I do my call Saturday morning and sorry, I'm on the Zoom. Sorry. Two Saturdays ago, instead of doing our Saturday morning call, that's good. I did that. I go, okay, guys, everyone's getting a 15-minute block of time. Yes, go. And so I had like 3 hours, and I just like 15-minute block, and I just like dove into each person's business, went into their back office, like talked with them, explained to them like how to build their legs. And it was like a lot of light bulbs went off.
Mm-hmm.
And then last week, what we did is, okay, everyone, we're going to hop on. We're all going to get to know each other a little bit better and talk about our why. Like, why do we join Beachbody? Like, why are we here? How has it changed our life? We're scheduled to be on an hour. We were on for 2.5 hours. No one wanted to get off. And it was like, wow. And like for one of my girls, like she's been my coach since the brand spanking beginning. And she's never followed a freaking program. She's never finished a complete, and it drives me bonkers. It drives me so bonkers. And in my mind, well, this isn't working for her. Why is she still with me? She should go somewhere else. She should sell something else. I don't understand why she's still with me. The story she shared, I was like, holy crap, because it wasn't like, yeah, maybe she hasn't had the physical transformation. She's like, I might never have my physical transformation. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because like God, I haven't gained 200 more pounds, and because like this is what's keeping me from like punching people. So like just to understand my coaches better and to understand like why they're here, and from them to hear each other's stories. And another girl got, oh my God, another girl got on. She did the most amazing thing. Like she finally signed on. I know she'll be amazing. And she pointed to like 6 of the girls on the call and was like, Katie, I know you. Like so-and-so, I know you. I know you don't know me, but I was with you doing Morning Meltdown. I watched you all every single day. I didn't post and I didn't comment, but you're why I'm here. And we were all like crying our eyes out. So like having that like sleepover conversation Saturday night was like ginormous for like my team. Like that, it's working for us.
That is so
in our
cool.
culture.
I love that.
I'll say something. So I have been a coach for like 4 years. I work a full-time job, and just recently with hours kind of being cut, been doing a few things differently, and just realizing the resources I have available to me, like being able to be on this call. It's just exciting, and I'm terrified to talk on here. But it's so exciting to see these things, and for you to say nothing changes if nothing changes, it just so rings true, because nothing has been happening. And being on here, I feel like, is a fresh start. So I'm going to try. I realize I can be on this call even when I return to my regular hours. So I'm excited about that. So thank you for all of you, everything you've said. And just like whoever was just talking, I know a bunch of you, but you don't know me. So thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank you so much for unmuting and sharing. We're glad that you're here. I love it. What else? Great realization. I know. I love that. I love it. Friday mornings, I started doing a new coach powwow. So I was like, here's a link. Get on Friday mornings, 9 a.m., brand new coach, anybody that had signed up since January. And I was like, this is what we're going to talk about. And I like go through the activities and I talk about inviting, and I let them just for an hour, they ask me questions, but I made them all introduce themselves. And every time a new coach joins our team, they introduce themselves on that Friday morning call. And they all have cats, and they love cats, and they have these common threads, and they're realizing how much they are alike. I'm like, how did I attract all these people that love cats? I don't have a cat, right? But anyways, they are like starting to develop this close friendship. And so that's been really cool to just do something informal that isn't a planned call, but is an opportunity for people to just get on and chat. And then I have a message pod for those new people when they sign up that they go into that basically I'm just spoon feeding them. And that one simple change, it necessarily hasn't produced like massive Success Club points or anything, but it's community. It is relationship building. It is like, I'm not alone. And Melissa, those of you that are my PS coaches, you saw me post Melissa's post, in our team. That girl, so scared. She was like going to die posting that. Like we had to talk to her for a week to get her to post that. So I know how much that meant to her for all of you to comment on that. And like, so it just has been like, how do you elevate people just a little bit more, and get them. And once they have that connection, they can move, right? Which is cool. Yeah. Anything else? Look at all the reflection. Look at all the reflection we're having. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for this situation right now. Like, you do realize how much our businesses have changed, how much we have changed, how much more intuitive we are. Like, I know that it is sometimes a sucky situation, but look at the gift it is giving all of us right now, right? Gifts of time and family and awareness and relationship. Like, to me, that couldn't have a better business, couldn't be a part of a better company that connects really good people together. And I'm kind of biased. I don't think all teams are like our team. I'm kind of biased. We're kind of cool, I love you all so much. Okay, anything else? So should we talk about bod groups? Should we talk about that? This time has forced me to face, yes, I know, we've had that conversation. It's been so good, Shelly. It has. You've been doing such a good job. Like, go check out Shelly's posts. They've been amazing. And she's really like sharing her story and being super authentic. So it's been really cool to watch you just blossom and grow. I love it. I do. All right. So you guys ask yourself, like, okay, what can I tweak? What can I change? Where can I gut check myself? Also, there are 2 days left in the month. All right. And I went into my personally sponsored coach page this morning and went on a little like love rant in there. And I challenged people, and it all came out of, Kayla, I just saw your comment. I just want you to know that when I first started coaching, I had a desk that I had to prop up with like a pole because it was broken, and it was in the storage room of our basement, and there was legit spiders and cobwebs, and I had like a carpet square that so that is where I started my business, in our tiny little townhouse. And so this would be the office that I dreamed of for so many years, right? For so many years. So if it's your goal too, it can happen. Totally. And then somebody said to me yesterday, I'm talking to the top coach, Melanie Mitchell. I was like, and she's like, I'm just a small town girl. I was like, listen here, I'm from Mars, Pennsylvania. It's a freaking small town too. So I'm just the same as all of you. Right. So challenge yourself. You've got 2 days, right? You've got 2 days, today and tomorrow. What is it that you really need to do? Is there goals that you need to check off? Is there an income you need to reach? Is there signups that need to happen? Is there a rank you need to solidify by midnight tonight, because it is the close of business, it's close of the month. If you're, everything, you need to be that rank for advancements for the month. Okay. And so then you say to yourself, what do I need to do? And then maybe today and tomorrow, it is the clearing of the schedule. And it is the sacrifice. And maybe you're going to drink a little extra Energize, a little extra coffee. Maybe you're going to have to turn on some pump me up music. Maybe you're going to have to hide in a closet somewhere away from everybody else, right? But like, what do you need to do to make the goals happen? And I do believe that in every business, it requires sacrifice. And sometimes that sacrifice is always short-term. Okay. But if you're willing to make a short-term sacrifice, there will always be a lesson. There will always be growth. And there will always be future opportunities because of the decisions that you made. All right. So what do you need to do? Okay. And then here's what we do. On May 1st, we celebrate. We always take a day to celebrate. Okay. We take a day. We celebrate good, and we find good even if we didn't reach the goal. Okay. We still you always see the light, silver lining in everything that we do. It's kind of the way that we think. Okay. One day. None of this, I'm going to take 2 weeks because I just hustled hard for 48 hours and I'm not going to invite anybody for 2 weeks. And then I'm going to put myself back in the same situation that I'm in right now next month. We are not doing that. 24 hours. You celebrate, have a cocktail, go do something fun with your family. Can't go out to dinner, so you're gonna hang out at home. Maybe you order in, get real crazy, right? Have a picnic on the living room floor. I don't know what it is, but you do something fun, and then we get back to work, okay? And then we set the intention, we realign, we ask ourselves, how did that make us feel? And we go. We put a stake in the ground. And I love, literally, Chrysanthi, that you put the stake in the ground and you posted it publicly. You're like, I'm gonna recruit 2 coaches under Ryan. I'm gonna get a new coach to Emerald, and I'm gonna do it in the next 24 to 48 hours. You know, and be public about it. And if it helps you to put it in here, if it helps you to put it in the Rising Stars, like do it, okay? So I love that. Let's go for it. I know you definitely need that, my friend. Got to get Ryan's account back to Diamond for sure. So yes, love it. Okay, so I'm so glad you love this call. Emily, I'm so glad. So Emily, you weren't even in here. I was like, Emily keeps showing up on the leaderboards. I go into the Rising Stars and type in Emily's name. She's not here. It's like, well, crap. So then I email Emily. I'm like, why are you not in our Rising Stars group? So Emily is like killing it and crushing it. And she didn't even know that we had a Rising Stars call. So everybody welcome Emily. All right. So here's the thing. BOD groups. Let's talk about these for a moment. I need to know what's going on with you guys. This is just a moment of like, we have to talk about this. What issues are I'll tell you what issues I'm seeing. You tell me what you're seeing. I'm going to report back and get answers for you. Okay. So that's my goal, is to help you with this. So number one, if you have a second business center, you guys, it's not showing up right now as a second, like your second business center, and you have to add it as an admin. So when I created all of my BOD groups, I added my second business center as an admin because I wanted people that were in my second business center to be able to see that I was running a group, right? And then because Matt and I use his account together, I also added Matt's account as an admin too. So no matter where people are finding me, they're seeing that I have BOD groups, okay? Now, it's not necessarily registering all of that right now, but they're working all of those things out. But that sort of is the process. If people are saying, I can't see the BOD groups, have them uninstall the BOD app and reinstall it, okay? And when they do that, then it should pop up, like the group should pop up for them, okay? So that's a situation that I've kind of come across. The next thing is I'm noticing is when you send somebody an invite to the group, right? They still like have to request, and then it's like you almost have to re-invite them again. And I know they're working that out because that's kind of counterproductive, but that's kind of the current situation of what's happening right now. So those are like 3 big things that I have noticed. So things that are happening to you guys. When I schedule post, it shows everyone the post, even if it's scheduled for several days later. Really? That is not happening to me. Is that happening to anybody else? So it's showing the post automatically? I'm writing it down.
Katie, I think your headphones are hooked up or something. We can't hear you very well.
Who was trying to talk?
It was Katie. She's trying to, I think her microphone's hooked up to headphones or something. It was like a far off distance voice.
Which Katie? Which Katie?
Catherine.
Oh, gotcha. Hold up. Let me find her. I don't see her. Oh yeah, Catherine. Okay. Where are you? Can't hear you.
I'm going there next. I just wanted to know. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. My other headphone was in my kitchen. The one that had the microphone on it. Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Minor error. So when I go to schedule posts, I was trying to schedule all of May out, and
every time I would post, it would like ding a notification to all of my challengers that I had posted. But it wasn't showing up on the feed. So they'd go in and they'd like comment on like berry smoothies and I'm like, no, stop. What's happening?
Okay.
So, but it's not showing up like on my feed in the group, like in the app.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. I will let them know that. So scheduled posts are going out. They're not actually saying scheduled. All right. What else?
They do say scheduled. No, they say that they're being scheduled for that day, but people are still getting notifications that they're like available to view right away.
Okay. All right.
Mel,
Yeah.
similar to this is Steph. Sorry, my camera's not on, but similar with the scheduled post, it's like changing the time and the day of the scheduled posts.
Okay.
In the coach portal, like I'll schedule it for a certain time or day, and I'm going in, and it's like it switches it with another scheduled post. It's the weirdest thing. It's like really causing a lot of extra time and energy.
Okay. All right. In the short term, I wouldn't schedule any more than a week, right? Like at this point, I wouldn't go through and do a whole month. I would do like a couple of days at a time, even a day at a time because right now they're trying to work out as many bugs as they can, as fast as they can. Okay. I got to tell you guys a story. Scheduled posts are working, but the biggest thing is I can't see the number of people that worked out that day. I know all my girls love doing the leaderboard. I used to do it. I know. I noticed that too. Let me ask about that. Okay.
I just wish they would have done like a soft launch of this with us coaches first.
Right.
Like, listen, we go big, we go or go home, but like y'all, we screw up every new thing we launch. Like, just ease into it. Like, we can handle the screw ups. Let us figure it out. But like, then we bring all of our customers in, and everyone's like, "What the actual hell is going on?"
Yeah.
Ugh.
I agree, Jess. I almost wish that they would have like let us keep the challenge tracker simultaneously. So that
Yes, I feel like I've lost like
group.
all the people I was keeping track of. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know where you are. They don't know how to get a hold of me. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, come on,
It's a
guys.
mess.
I know it's going to be fine. I know they'll work it out, but it's like the interim.
Yeah. Yeah. That personalized invite, Ashley, it doesn't, I do the same thing. I copy and paste it out of the notes section of my phone because of the same thing. I wish they would allow you to save that template, I'm going to actually write that. Save template for group invite. Okay. Can't post from my desktop. I have a Mac. It won't expand enough on my screen to post. I have to go through the app. Really? It works on mine, Ashley. I don't have any problem on my Mac.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, I've tried restarting my computer a few times and it's just not allowing me to, like, it freezes and then locks up.
Yeah.
So I have to like copy the post over, which is frustrating to have to go back and forth. Like
Safari versus Chrome.
Yeah, I use Chrome.
Yeah, that's what I use too. Yeah, I haven't had any problems actually. It's working better on my computer.
It did for the first couple days, and then it just started freezing and locking up. So I'm trying to continually restart my computer, but that's also frustrating.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It could be you have too much on your computer, or it's maybe they're trying to do.
That's probably it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to go through and delete a bunch of stuff off my computer not too long ago. Yeah. Shakeology is loading 10 times. I did see that. If you post in one group, it posts. If you get to choose that, Zoe. If you want your stats to post in all your groups, you can choose that in your settings. Is that what you mean? Because I know you can do that. Coaches should be, you can see your own goals. Like when I log in, hold up. Okay. I'm going to log into the Beachbody On Demand app. And then if you go to like your own tracking, then you can do it there. And you can do all your results and your measurements. And then if you go to the more, oh, I disabled that. Let's enable that. Okay, go back. How do I go back? There is a place where it's workout settings. You can sync when you do a workout. I'm trying to think where else. So it's all in there, like even just managing your preferences. I'm trying to see where else. Tracking, few workouts. Yeah, so you just have to make sure you guys teach them to go into the settings, because that might be where they're getting stuck at. So along the bottom, have them go to tracking and turn everything on. Have them go into their settings. Like if they are in Beachbody On Demand and they click that their little buddy, that's where they can do their starting weight, their goal weight, their daily water goal. So it just might be that they need to go in, and I would do like a screen capture if you can for people, kind of walking them through it. And then on Vimeo on Team Beachbody, they have a lot of tutorials. I don't know if you guys noticed, they were massively uploading videos on Sunday to Vimeo. So there is a ton of things that will help your customers. And then the one thing I'm actually going to do is go do like a Zoom call with all my customers this weekend. And I'm going to go through how to use the app. I'm going to go through settings, and then I'm going to go through nutrition with them too. So that's just something that I have been doing. Farron, I'm still doing my bod groups. Like I'm going to just go for it and do it. I have a 10 rounds group that's on Facebook, and I'm keeping it there because it's in week 3. So I'll keep doing that one. But I shifted everything over because in the next week or so, they'll figure out the bugs, and I'll figure out how to get everybody in there. So I'm just sort of being patient with it. And then too, because Beachbody's pushing out so much messaging right now about it that people are asking. Like people are asking me if I'm running a bod group, and I don't want to lose customers if I don't have something up on that bot on my app, saying that I have something there. But you can run something simultaneously. Like you could run your Facebook group and your bod group, together if you wanted to. It's more work for you, but you could do that. And again, one perk is that I got a request from a customer that I haven't ever. Yes, definitely. They can see that. I got a lot. I did this. This was such a bad idea. I went into my Coach Online office. All right. And then I clicked on customers. And then I sent an email to everybody that was ever a customer of mine. And I got like hate mail out. The people were like, I don't know who the hell you are. How do you have my name? And they were like, take me off your list. And I was like, well, here's how you unsubscribe, because I can't put do not contact. And they're like, I don't even know you. And I was like, yeah, because your coach quit and I uptook you. And so I was real kind. I was like, this is how I became your coach. Your coach must have quit at some point, and she's like, I don't care how you got my information. Take me off your list. And I was like, people are so mean. That was my Sunday. My Sunday was all of these people sending me hate messages. And I was like, okay, I won't ever do that again. That was a really bad idea. So just a warning, you may get some hate mail. I was like, I was just trying to help you reach your goals.
That happened to me one time when I got brave and tried to text my leads. Don't do it. They don't like it. People are very brave when you text their phone. Not nice at all.
I was like, oh my God, guys. And somebody was like, are you a real person? I took a picture of myself and I sent it back in the email. It's like, yes, I am a real person. I have 2 kids and their name are Landon and Bryce, and I live in Mars, PA. I'm really a nice person. I totally did. I was like, why are people angry? They're so angry, and I'm just trying to help them. Oh, I love it.
No,
yeah.
Hey, Steph, that's too funny. I love when I get emails like that. I just have to laugh at people. So one other thing that I am seeing, and I don't know like everybody's process, like how they use the app versus the portal, but we're no longer getting notifications for when people log their workouts and their shakes. So because the news feed now is really messy, because now it's doing that whole, like, if somebody comments, it bumps something up to the top, which is great to have, like, but there needs to be a sort, first of all, so that you don't, I think Facebook has it where you can choose if you want to sort it that way. But also, like, because you're not getting notified of workouts, like, you have to scroll through everything to make sure that you can, comment and encourage them.
So question, like, I don't know if you can see my screen, but like, you see the little notification at the top, right? Don't you?
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Yep.
And then that's how I check in. I go through that. I just read through those notifications and I check in on those.
So mine is showing, like, when somebody comments on my post or they tag me, but it's not showing if somebody, like, so-and-so logged their workout.
So it says, like, Christina Meyer added a post, and then I can click on it and then see her post and comment back.
Did she add a post though, or did she log a workout?
So it says she added a post, it commented, reacted, commented. So it doesn't say, like, if they logged a workout or anything.
Yeah, see, that's something, like, in the challenge tracker, you could have that set up to notify you.
And then
I have it all turned on.
Okay.
It's not,
like, then you can view, like, coach post. You can view by your post. You can view all posts. Okay. And then when I scroll down, I can see, like, Christina Meyer logged a workout. Is that what you mean? Like, you can't filter it?
Yeah, I can see it. I just can't. Okay. I'm not getting notified of it. So I have to scroll through everything to actually see what people are logging. I have to scroll through the feed.
So notifications, push notification, a coach adds a post, someone replies, someone mentions, someone tags.
There should be something when people add a post or something like that. I forget exactly what it says, but it's only doing it if they just, like, literally type a post up, not actually log a workout.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, like, that's something that definitely is different from the challenge tracker that seems to be broken.
Okay. So it doesn't, like, there's no way, I need to write this down. How to say it in the way that, so, like, there's no notification for somebody when they log a workout or a shake.
Yes.
Basically, I think it's not connecting to the tracking tab. So you're not getting notifications when things are happening over there.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably it. Yep. It's, like, broken for some reason because that's a new feature. So, but yeah. Okay. So it just makes it difficult. It's very difficult to manage a group right now because of all the hiccups.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what I'm doing is I'm just emailing all my customers, like, almost like every other day, and saying, hey, I'm here. We're still going through some kinks. If you need to talk to me one-on-one, like, I'm just staying in communication with them that way and saying it's new, we'll get through it. And they kind of like that.
Okay. Amanda Waite, congratulations on being diamond. Yay. Anything else? Did I miss any other things?
Something that was helpful for us was that before the tracker, well, obviously it's too late now, but before the tracker went away, I just created a Facebook message and just put all those people from the group into it. So I could just kind of give them, like, real-time updates and just say, everybody just hang on, it's okay if you can't get in, because we had a lot of people that needed to like, uninstall the app and reinstall the BOD app for it to work. And so that just kind of, if they're, like, struggling in the actual BOD app, we can just quickly message them.
And I'm even going to send that out, like, in an email too, about just uninstalling and reinstalling too, is something I think I'm going to do. Okay. Anything else? It is a learning curve. It is definitely a learning curve. So I will take all of this back, and then I will kind of update you guys as I get answers to things. So I'll just keep you posted on all of that too. I I can't get into your groups for love nor money right now. My groups, you can't get in. A couple of my coaches haven't been able to get into my groups either. So I have to resend it again. So, but I will do that. I will do that. Okay. I'll keep you posted. I'll go work on some of these things. I'm going to type all this up and I'm going to send this over now so I can just kind of get some feedback from other people and see what timeline is so that you guys have an idea of what's coming and what's not. One last thing that I'm just gonna, kind of leave you guys with as we move on from today and we finish the rest of the month is that you guys are doing just such an incredible job. I'm really thankful that you guys show up on Wednesday mornings when I know your life is chaotic and I know you have kids home and I know you're super busy. And I'm just I'm grateful that I get to lead with you guys and that I get to be a part of this team. And as soon as we are allowed to get together, we are going to plan something as an organization so that we can see each other. We can come together and we can just have a really great time. We can do some recognition around people that have rank advanced and people that are doing great things, people that are really like stepping up and growing their business and creating community. So please know that that is something on my radar that I really want to plan. So, and I can't obviously set a date or anything at this point, but I just want you to know that that is something that I'm working for you guys on as well. Okay. So you guys, if you need anything at all, please do not hesitate to send me a message on Facebook and I am happy to help. I'm happy to listen. If you need support, you need guidance, you have questions, know that I am here. I do my best to respond in a very timely manner if I, as much as possible. So we're all in this together and you guys are doing great. So keep up the good work and I will see you guys later. Okay. All right. Go crush it. Bye everybody. Have a good week.